What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Couch Boxing. I'm your host, Rexx Ruger, watching my back. As always, you know him, you love him, you wish you could grow a mustache that good. El Flaco Explosivo, a.k.a. the Alexis Arguello puppet. Your boy Rexx Ruger in the flesh, Alexis Arguello puppet in the felt. But we are here with another banger of an episode. But when don't we have a banger on Off the Couch Boxing? The most amazing and real boxing conversations anywhere on the planet, right here. Legends, luminaries, world champions, and fighters on the rise, all coming here to chop it up with your boy, Reckless Rexx. And tonight, we got another great one, legendary one. This guy definitely falls into the legend category. The family name, synonymous with boxing. No one can take that away from them at all. Their reputation solidified in this sport. I'm talking about, of course, my guest that will be in here momentarily, Hector Camacho Jr. And of course, the legacy that his father left, the great Hector Macho Camacho. Nobody quite like the Camachos, man. So in a few minutes, it's going to be macho time in here. But before we get into that, of course, let me get on the promotional hat and let you guys know to make sure to like and follow Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook. There you will get updates on new episodes, when they're dropping, who will be on them. And, of course, any other big pertinent boxing news I can send your way to keep my audience in the loop. Big fight announcements, fight results, breakdowns, predictions, analysis, viral videos, anything that's jumping off in the fight game, I'm going to put it up there, man. If you are following Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook, you will be informed / entertained. Anything that I can that I find interesting, something jumps off at a weigh-in or a press conference, anything, any tidbit of information that I feel like is something noteworthy going on in the fight game, I'm putting it on there. And of course, if you're right now currently watching this episode, you are in the right place. You've done the right thing here. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And this is a boxing podcast. So when I say hit it, I really mean hit it. Of course, don't break your electronic device. Maybe don't come in with a full-on left hook or a nice straight right. Maybe pepper the notification bell with a couple of nice peppy jabs. Let's not do damage where we don't need to. With that being said, of course, if you see me pick up my phone and confer with my guest, that won't be edited out. Why? Why do you ask that, Rexx? Would it not be edited out? Because if you followed my podcast, you know that for posterity's sake, and I'm all about posterity, real life is happening right now. We got to keep it raw, real, unfiltered. I'm recording everything here, and I just can't be bothered with editing it out. It's foolish. It's foolish. Someday, when we're all dead and gone, 100 years from now, this is still going to be here. And I am going to know from beyond the grave, wherever I end up, opinions vary. I like to think I'm going north. Could always be south. You never know. Wherever the good Lord decides to put me. But this will still be here. This will be on record. And somebody will say, you know what? This guy left it all in there. Technical difficulties, hiccups, everything, man. There's a man with integrity. The anti-Motley Crue, if you will. How we see these bands hiding behind tricks and gimmicks and not really giving us a real peek behind the curtains. You see it all here, folks. Again, my apologies for the Motley Crue reference, but, there are people out there that are half-stepping and bullshitting us. So, I mean, you're not going to get that from me. My guest is here. Let's get down to it and chop it up, man. It's about to be on. At least I hope so. And this guy, when he comes in, ton of energy. So brace yourself, folks. And this is where I need property of the Jeopardy theme song right here. Probably cost me an arm and a hoof, but and probably pretty unattainable. what can I say? Oh, there he is. Now we got him, and now we got him good this time, man. Do I got you?
I believe so.
Yeah, I can see you and hear you good. This makes me feel like it's macho time right here. This has got me feeling good. He showed up with the New York Giants hat on. He's coming correct in this episode.
Yeah, New York, baby, New York.
Listen, man, I love it, man. And I know we just chatted and the video quality was not as good where you were the last episode, man. And anything that I'm going to put out that's going to have the name Camacho attached to it, the fans need to see and hear the real deal right here, man.
So I appreciate you calling back. Like, you know what? It don't look good. You don't want to put no bullshit out.
I did it, man. Yeah, I didn't, and there's no opportunity really for you to see it unless I upload it and show it to you. So I don't want you to think that I'm bullshitting, but freezing.
The right way. Do the right way.
I try to get quality episodes up, man. And before we jump into things right now, man, I want you to tell people though that I want to get the promotional shit out of the way right away, man. You've got an exhibition fight coming up.
Yes, I do. I'm doing a sacrifice for the Dominican people. I'm putting a boxing show on. Just introducing boxing to the youth. It's really, the undercard is no really boxing people. It's guys from the ghetto, or the guys 40 years old.
Yeah.
Nothing at home. And want something to look forward to. So I'm giving them a dream, you know?
Yeah.
To go in the ring and feel like somebody and get paid.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. And also, I want to put some shine on because I'm an avid reader, man. I feel like books sometimes are not looked at the way they once were, man. But that's still the way to get informed. That's still the way to learn. That's still the way to a form of expression, an artistic endeavor. You yourself are a published author.
Yes, and I thank my partner, Dusty Warburton, and for pushing me to do it. No. I mean, I write a lot. Look at my notebook now. I love to write. That's how I express. It's a form of expressing yourself. Yeah. I express my way through writing. It's therapeutic for me, you know? So, I mean, we have to tap into each other. You gotta tap into yourself. We all got special talent. God bless everybody with special talent. So, man, for those who listen, basically tapping into yourself, man. You just get in tune with yourself and shit, man.
And so the first book, Macho Dad, certainly aimed at children to try to help them through if they've experienced loss in their lives. You obviously, I don't need to tell boxing fans that are watching this, man, your dad, the late, great Hector Macho Camacho, man. There'll never be another one, ever. Often replicated, never duplicated, never what can be. But a huge loss and certainly left probably a big void in your life.
Yeah, my life, fans' life, and in boxing's a way. I mean, like I told you last time, you still see 90% of boxers wearing the Macho Camacho outfit. Like, he started that flamboyant shit.
Yeah, he really did.
The person I see, my man, took it to another notch with the, traveling in the ring with the carpet, but that came from the Macho Man, and Macho Man did it rough. It didn't look staged. Because nowadays, I could give the guys a glimpse of boxing from the inside. You got promoters to tell somebody, hey, push him. Hey, we need to check out the altercation. You see that a lot.
Yeah.
The Macho Man was true to the core. That's who he was.
Right.
It's exciting. So he brought that to the 80s, man. He brought that to boxing in the early 90s. So yes.
Yeah. And I feel like the trends that I see that he laid the blueprint for, the stuff that you still see, boxers coming in with the tassels, the fringes, the skirts, the flamboyant garish robes, you know what I mean? The bling, all that kind of stuff, man. I consider him the godfather of that.
I do too. When people talk about your father, I'm high on Macho Camacho. I think that's my DNA.
Yeah.
But just what he brought into boxing, his handprints, those kind of fights you have to appreciate. They don't come around often. You know what I'm saying? The Sugar Ray Leonards, the Muhammad Ali, that personality can never be duplicated. That's just who they were.
Yeah.
Tyson, that's just who he is. And the latest one is Floyd Mayweather. You have to respect, And I appreciate Floyd Mayweather like fine art, Oscar De La Hoya, people who give Oscar the credit he deserved.
Yeah.
He changed the game in boxing. It was really Oscar De La Hoya who paved the way for these fights to get paid the big purses because he got in there. He was educated. He went back and forth with the Harvard graduate Bob Arum, going back and forth and learning. So he learned the game and passed it down to what it is now, to the Floyd, to, et cetera, et cetera.
I feel like one thing that I want to pick your brain about though, because I don't know if there's a lot of YouTube video or clips out there of your dad's press conferences, but he seemed like as much as he was adding the entertainment part of it, and certainly wanted to sell his fights, and certainly wanted people to tune in or whatever, he didn't really seem like he was a barbaric trash talker.
Nah,
he wasn't. It wasn't his thing.
It wasn't, and if he was, he backed it up. He was a street. He was one of those street rough Puerto Ricans, you know, from the hood.
Yeah.
You didn't want to really mess with. You know, he's one of those, and that transferred to to boxing, and forget about it, man. Remember when he first came out, he was nasty. He would get behind you, hit you in the back of the head, hold you by he was nasty. He would spin you around, hit you again. That was that street in him. Yes.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people remember the flamboyance. They remember the flashiness. They remember the curl. They remember the boyish good looks, man. So, but I think they forget about the fucking downright toughness, though.
Yeah, it was me.
You know? Yeah.
The great Covington, undefeated fighters coming up. He fought some good fighters. Like I argue people now, man. This era, man, this pussy.
Yeah.
Those eras, man.
Yeah.
You know, those eras were rough, my man.
Yeah. Well, you had to fight the best back then, though, and you couldn't really hide behind social media and beef with people. You know what I mean? You had to get in that ring and settle it.
Yeah, there was no hiding. There was no promoting. They were just going at it, man. We the best. I mean, great fighters. You spoke about the great Haugens. They don't get their credit. Rest in peace. I mean, those were like fighters, man. You know, those were the good old days. You don't get that no more.
Now, I think I asked you this, man, but obviously I didn't put the episode up because of the poor quality of it. So I'm going to ask you again, man. He seemed like he was always enjoying himself so much, Hector. Hector Sr. He certainly loved to get in there. He certainly loved to fight his ass off, man. He certainly loved to build up to all the fights or whatever. But I think I asked you this the last time, and since your answer is actually not on an episode yet, was there any fighters that you remember that ever really, truly got under his skin?
Haugen had that knack. Haugen knew how to do it. Haugen was a mother. He had bad blood with Haugen. He really wanted to kick Haugen's ass.
Yeah.
After the first fight. He had his little things, with little grudging fighters, man. And, Xavier with little grudge, respectfully, it was just that macho thing, he wasn't backing down during those days.
And did he ever tell you growing up, when he got into boxing, who I'd be curious to know who your pops was looking at as his boxing idol. Did he ever talk about any guys that he liked to emulate or that meant a lot to him?
Not, that's interesting. We never came around that question. I never asked him that really, but when he spoke about boxing, he had a respect for Sugar Ray. He loved Ali.
Yeah. I could say Willie Pep. I was going to say Willie Pep. Yeah.
I was too young to understand that.
Yeah.
But he had his own style. See, Macho Man, a lot of people knew. He was a martial artist, black belt.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
You bring that along with his stance, with his, his core.
I can see that in the fluidity of his movements,
How he rolls and counter back. He had that in him. He was just a different style of fighter, man. He danced. It was fluid. It was like, it was art. I'll give you a good example. Remember De La Hoya for Trinidad?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Box around. That boxing style didn't look right in Oscar. But Macho Man did it with fluidity. Like, he was just fluid, moving around, race. It was a little different, his style was unique.
And what was his feelings? Because obviously, like a lot of second generation fighters, I think some of them certainly have their father's blessing, but then there's probably a lot of fathers who say, you know what, I don't really want this for you. What did he feel like when you were going to get into the sport?
It wasn't my father's decision. The funny thing is, who pushed me there was my mother.
Yeah.
It wasn't my father.
That's rare. That's rare because you would think a mother would want her.
Until one time he called me. He said, son, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Is it true that you're going to the Olympics? I said, Pop, I'm going to Olympic trials. And I'm not one of the nation. He didn't believe that. Yeah, he found out through the training that was in Florida that I was going to Olympic trials, et cetera, et cetera. So he called up to see that was true. But yeah, I kept it quiet for a while. We didn't want him to know. Like I said, I had the grudge for years. I didn't quite understand that. My father, Macho Camacho, I lived in the hood. I kind of drew resentment. The family growing up. Your father ain't, those type of things. I had like he wasn't around. I didn't understand. I was still young growing up. But
Yeah.
now I put myself in his shoes as being a father and being a fighter at the same time. The traveling part, the dedication. Look, it's well worth it. I
Yeah.
understand now, but the
Right.
legacy he left behind, god damn.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think we talked about this before. I find some of the names on his resume, regardless of what point in his career, what point in their respective careers that he fought them, man. I just find those names extremely impressive, man. I'm always going to be bowled away by 2 fucking wins over Roberto Duran. I'm sorry, man. That's always going to blow me away right there. That right there, if he didn't do anything else in his career, that would make him an all-time great to me, man, because he's
Anybody could beat Duran.
Yeah.
Anybody
beats Duran. Yeah, anybody beats Duran. It's impressive, and he's got wins over Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, come on, man. Like these are guys that are on the Mount Rushmore of all-time greats.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
His blueprint, his handprint is still on boxing. Mano en piedra. If you talk about Duran, you know Panama. You talk about Panama, you talk about Duran.
Right.
That's how big is Duran in Panama. And in
Right.
boxing.
Right. But I think I asked you last time, though, man. And again, we were playing devil's advocate, and there's really no way to know this, man. You know what I mean? But, had your father still been here now, man, I think I asked you, do you feel like he'd play some part in boxing, whether promoting or training fighters? But you had kind of made mention that towards the end there, he was a little disenfranchised with the sport.
Yeah, he really cared too about the sport. He was doing other ventures, like far as something most fighters is hard to do. He took the transition from boxing in the ring to outside the ring. He was very marketable. So he started doing TV joints and doing commercials and doing things like that. He was doing well, he was doing well for himself. We love boxing. Boxing is a beautiful sport, but an ugly business.
Yeah.
So, you get tired of the bullshit so many years, especially in his level. His level was elite. He was super famous.
Right.
Where he go, the people, the name, the mind. I'm pretty sure it weighs on you after a while. Like it's a lot. You want to go to the fights. You don't want to go outside. So it was one of those type of things. He didn't even want to touch boxing. But he loved it. He go to the fights. It was a Bayamon, big fight, But as far as him promote, I don't think he was, I even talked to him a couple of times when we were together, when I was coming up, I opened a gym together. He really cared too much about the gyms. He really,
Yeah.
It was macho time.
I think one of the most heart-wrenching things, man, was the phenomenal documentary that was made, like a few years back, in the crusade for justice, man, that your grandmother was on, really trying to dig deep and find out, why this happened, who did this, how this happened or whatever, man. And, fill people in a little bit, man. Was justice ever served? Were these people brought to justice? For people that might have lost track of the case of what happened with your father.
I personally stepped away from it.
It was too much.
There's no justice. I can't blame the person. I can't blame my father. I blame the streets. I blame the streets for it.
Yeah.
Bad plays, wrong time, the situation. But when I look back in life, when you come from what I learned from this, you come from that fast life. You're most likely gonna live out. If you stay around it, you don't go out the fast way. There's no good ending. But no, that's a hurt for anyway. Even to this day, me and Puerto Rico talking about CAMACHO, there's stories and laughters, and especially as for the family. Is there justice on the case? I can't blame it. I leave it in God's hands. And I'm happy with the way it was dealt the case. Do I think it's justice? Do I think they got the right person? I still have my doubts. I still have my doubts. So I don't know. I stay away from it. I mean, nothing gonna bring my father back. So I'm just
Yeah. And so for people that might not know, man, a behind the scenes type question here, man. When you do get into boxing, because your father had the history and the career that he had, man, regardless of how he felt about you competing, did he offer advice to you about the fight game?
In his own way. I used to watch him and I learned. Everything I learned was watching. And now I think about it, man, years passed by, father's gone, said, damn, why I never took advantage of having my father's greatness around me? Why? I don't know, wasn't that I don't call it a shadow, I call it a like. It's a blessing having somebody, and it's tough for the Jews to live up to it. I mean, it is tough. That's pure greatness. I
And
feel bad
it's
for
gotta be tough.
Chavez
It's gotta be tough too because you bear the same name too.
I feel bad for Chavez Jr. His father was great.
Yeah, amazing.
But
Yeah,
you can't take away what he has accomplished as well.
yeah,
So it's tough. No matter what you do, you never be as good as, you know what I'm saying? But that's not my goal. My goal was in boxing was to be known for myself. Camacho Jr. I got tired from small people pointing at me. Oh, that's Camacho's son. Camacho's son. Oh, that's
yeah.
Hector. Or Hector
That's
Jr.
hard.
Oh,
That's hard.
man. And
Yeah.
that was my goal. What to be three-time world champion. You know when I got my goal? When my father fought a Mike undercut on HBO, I was main event. That was my three-time world championship.
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah.
title fight there.
Yeah.
That was my mega fight against De La Hoya, Chavez, whatever you want to call it. Because he
Yeah.
fought a my undercut, I feel like I achieved something.
Yeah. 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 And so this exhibition bout, man, it's more than just you putting on some fights, though, man. It is trying to put a spotlight on gun violence, which is obviously hits home and personal for you.
Yeah, this is, I can never say I personally. It takes a team. I've been around some good people, man, especially on management, Clay Dustin, Extreme Sports, and I got good people around me, man. Gus, I call him the playmaker. We put a good team behind us. I got good sponsors, and just all the gun violence thing led with my father passing, of course, and me meeting a special guy called Kevin Oliver. His son was murdered from gun violence. His other son died from fentanyl. So I joined forces, let it be heard. Let our voice be heard. It's got to stop, man. Generation, like we got to stand up and we got to stick together. So I joined the fight with him, man, and I geared up making this boxing show during the Women's Dominican Republic, do boxing fights out there. Having guys from the neighborhood fight each other, whoever had beef, like do this, here's the money, eat that, let's put the gloves on. So I'm ready to give back. Thanks to the sponsors, man. Project K-Dog, K9 Dog. It's a team effort. It's more than one, Modern Edge. Everybody chipping and helping out. And I appreciate those things, man. It's going in the same gear. And the team, I got a guy that's on the team. He's a boss. White Boy Rick. You heard of White Boy Rick?
Yeah.
In Detroit. Well, he's sponsoring me for this fight.
You made a movie about him.
The youth. Yes.
Yeah.
The 8th, so he's helping out. So I got a good team behind us, man, that's working together and giving up, making change in the community, man. And that's where it starts up, giving kids a dream. Yo, it's possible. We come from Spanish Harlem. We come from New York City. Yeah. Crime infested, drug infested. The Macho Man made it to the White House. That's the American dream. You ask me. We came from nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's an incredible story.
Yeah. I made a TV too. It's possible.
Right.
There's a Macho Camacho every corner. So that's my message to the youth. Now, the war down with us is us against the system. We got to join together. I got the coffee, but I don't got the sugar. We got to join forces. You got the sugar, you got the milk. Let's join forces. Yeah. So that's just the message we're putting out there, man.
Thank God, man. Thank God that you're putting messages out there. But actually getting into the ring, though, man.
That's easy. I love it. I do it in my sleep.
Yeah, that's easy for you. So that part is still, even after over 60 professional fights, still easy for you. You still get motivated.
Listen, brother, I was married 17 years. Got divorced. I used to fight the last 7 years every fucking day. And I get paid. And I'm going back in there. If I'm going to fight for money, I'm going back in the fucking ring.
Yeah, married guys, all the married guys out there can relate to that one.
And it give us, boxing, it's not just going there and beating somebody up. It's the mindset, the training for the body. It's everything. If you wake up every day with a dream, something to look forward to, you're in the right step. So as us fighters, the guy I'm boxing, Freddie Cruz, fought not seen Prince Ahmed. Lasted 12 rounds with a puncher.
Okay.
Lasted 12 rounds Prince Ahmed. He fought for the Vasquez, another former world champion. So you guys fought, Juan Marquez he fought as well. So he has experience, so he's giving him life as well. He's 62 going in the ring. So you can imagine him training, jogging at 62. It's giving you life.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's really crazy, man.
And I'm not taking no breaks. I gave Chavez a break, and Chavez a legend. I gave him a break, but this guy no break.
And so you just showed me the notebook, man. I know we talked before, man. You're in the midst of hammering out another book. Are you able to elaborate at all on what this one will be about?
Not yet. I'm going through the ideas. I'm actually trying to work with my daughter 'Cause the
Okay.
kids are more than us, you know. When I need
They
something,
sure
like
do.
that,
I got 6
you know,
grandkids.
so
I know. I know.
they know. So you know what I'm saying. So I want to get to them. I want to get to them. What's gonna happen one day when the satellite crashes? That was predicting, and we go back to the old times. You know,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
it's sort of something like that I'm trying to put out there. Be ready.
Well, you can take me with you, man. I'm down to go back to the olden times. Let's go. A simpler time. Yeah.
Old school. Simple.
Yeah. Old school. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so do you think, man, I want to go back to your father for a minute. Did he ever talk about, and I mentioned some of those incredible names on his resume. Is there a fight that stuck out for him or that you felt like he was particularly proud of, a performance or a fight? I mean, he's got a lot to be proud of on his resume. I'm not going to front. He's got a lot of shit, you know what I mean? But I didn't know if there was one that stuck out as special to him.
I would have to say the Chavez fight.
Yeah.
For several reasons. Well, for me, why I felt proud. That was a pounding.
Yeah.
The 2 fights that I love, that I give him credit for, 2 losses. The De La Hoya, when he went in the ring in the late 30s. Done.
Yeah.
He was a killer during that time. He
Yeah.
had 4 rounds. The Chavez fight, he proved he was macho.
Yeah.
Taking the body shots, moving, swollen eye, fighting.
I love that answer. I love that answer because I think people are automatically going to think, oh, they're going to pick one of the ones where he really shined and really dominated or whatever. I love the fact that you picked. I love the fact that you picked
he's macho, man.
Yeah.
And the fight I love the most, I don't want to be biased. Not because I came inside the ring with him, but he fought, rest in peace, the great Edwin Rosario, who was a killer, who was a puncher, who fought Chavez 3 times. That war.
Yeah.
We talk about a killer.
Yeah.
Also, you know, so yeah, man, that's one of my favorite fights. He proved he got hit. He didn't just run, he came back and fought. He eke that fight out. It was a close fight, but he beat the late great Edwin Rosario in Madison Square Garden, my hometown in New York City. After that, I went back to school. I was a superstar. I had all the girls.
I bet.
I was a superstar at a young age. I went inside the ring to the furry.
Now, I got to ask, man, I want to ask because he always seemed so gregarious and so happy during his boxing career. Like he just kind of let shit roll off his shoulders. How did he handle loss? Because, obviously the late, great Greg Haugen, who we just lost within the last couple of weeks or whatever, is the guy that handed him his first L. How did he take defeat?
You know what? Something my father said that always stuck with me in the head. He told me, the day I lose everything I got, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I came from nothing.
Yeah.
That attitude meant a lot when I heard him say that. You know, he always happy because when we come from Spanish Harlem, man, it's rough, man. That shit is rough. Just don't get out. Just don't get out the streets. It's tough. You have to be special with a special talent to get out those kind of rough neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And his talent was big enough. So y'all be happy too. I'll be happy. Yeah. Shit.
And so how did he know that he had hands though, man? Was he somebody that was getting in a lot of fights as a kid? I mean,
always. We're working on a project now that we're going to discuss all that. We're going to bring it out to light. Yeah, Macho Man was a problem. He went to jail, went to Rikers. Yeah, he stole cars. Yeah.
Yeah.
He grew like the regular thug in the street right now. And he went to jail. And they gave him the time. They said, listen, you come out of jail, you do options. This or that. He said, I'm going to boxing. He never looked back. From jail to become a 3-time world champion, to going to the White House, to being a Hall of Famer. Man, that's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he changed the game, the way they draft, the way he is. He changed the game, man. So yeah, you gotta give the Macho Man flowers, man. He's just different.
The only person that I would say, I feel like before Macho that really changed the game, and it was more of a verbal thing, was Muhammad Ali, man. And, kind of really being who I think is the inventor of like modern day trash talk. You know what I mean? But but what your dad brought to it, man, was just, what he brought to it, man. He brought an entertainment aspect to it that it was needed at the time.
Yes, he was ahead of his time for me. You asked me those outfits. I remember doing all the time to look at me going to ring with that. Oh shit! He was ahead of the time. Time. But we forget about there were also great like the Roy Jones and Von Fleury during his time. Like there's some great that they handprints in boxing. Roy Jones, another one that's very exciting to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember any fighters? And again, I'll go back to his resume and all the star-studded names that are on there. But do you remember any fights that that you feel like are absent on your pop's resume that you think that he wanted to fight or didn't get a chance to fight? I mean, he's got a lot of names on there. I can't front, man. He's got a lot of names. But
rest in peace to this legend. The legend I'm going to tell you right now, because this legend is a guy I looked up to. I love him. He was southpaw. For me, one of the greatest defensive fighters ever besides my father. One of the greatest southpaws I've seen, pronounced P. Whitaker.
Yeah. Those two would have made for a great fight. Holy shit, man.
Happen. And you know what's funny? When my father passed, I finally had a chance to speak to Pernell. And we seen each other high and by, but this time we spoke. My father's, at the Hall of Fame. And I said, yo, P, what's up, P? Yeah, your father going in, huh? I said, yeah, he deserved it. He said, he was good, right? He said, all right. Pernell told me that, man. I had to bust out Larry. I had to bust out laughing. But there was a famous sparring session which I never witnessed, and I heard different things. They had a sparring session. Pernell Whitaker, my father.
Ooh.
Yeah, my father's side. My father put hands on Pernell.
Yeah.
But when I heard from the Bronx had the choice side, Pernell put hands on my father. So that was a fight that never happened. I wanted to see. Always wanted to see.
Wow, that would have been one for the ages. Holy Jesus, man. That's only one of those fights that you look at on paper and you just fantasize about, that never happened.
That was one of them. But the Macho Man's career, man, I tell you, man, he had a great career. The Chavez fight. Different day, they said, okay, he's riding to the wave. He fought Trinidad, another boxing great, Hall of Fame guy, his second loss. Different day, like, he came back reinventing himself.
Yeah.
But Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Oscar De La Hoya, and just kept on going. Sort of what great fighters do, like Roberto Duran, who had like 3 or 5 different careers, came back for over here. Those are big fighters. The Macho Camacho, one of them, and they go to say, wow.
And what about you, man? In your career, who gave you your toughest fight?
Myself. I'm gonna be real with you, myself. But I put Leha in the picture. There's a fight there It's between us, but you call me anyway. David Lemieux. This is a fight I thought I should have beat. Yeah. They called me 3 weeks prior to the fight. During that time, I was a roster. I was a roster.
Yeah.
So they called me up. I seen the film, nothing special, and I take the fight. To this day, I don't know if he hits hard. I don't know if he's good. I got hit with a punch that I don't remember. I got up fast. I don't know what happened. I remember looking at the screen at the stadium, and he knocked me down. So he knocked me out. I didn't feel it. I didn't see it. That's scary.
That's
one of the fight that sticks out. Was a tough fight. I don't know.
I don't think there's anything to hang your head about because David Lemieux is widely regarded in the boxing world as a knockout artist.
I should never went up to that weight 160 to fight him.
Yeah.
But,
And so where do you think, at what weight do you feel like Hector Camacho Jr. was at his best?
When I was in 40 coming up, man, when I got my titles at 140, I was ranked #1 in the world. During that time, I was high. Like I said, my goal was to become 3-time world champion, get this bug up 47, fight this guy. No. My goal is to be known for myself, Camacho Jr. I try to get the big fights. I try to get the Zab Judah fights all the time. The Kotsu fight. My manager said, no, not yet. Leave him alone. He's a killer. I have to agree with him. Kotsu, killer. He was a killer. But I feel like I reached what I did with my career. I'm happy. Can I turn it up a lot more in my career? Hell yeah, I had that great talent too. Yes.
You get the bloodline. Yeah. In the genes. It's in the genes, man. It's a can't miss.
You can't miss it. You know what I'm saying?
And so before I let you out of here, man, give me a specific time and the date when this exhibition is happening, man, and how people can tap in.
July 12th, we do it in the Dominican Republic. Like I said, thanks to my partner, Ronnie Ray, who's helping out. He put his hands on. It's for the youth. It's for the kids, man. You send a message, man. Guns down, gloves up, man. Anything's possible. We give him the American dream, the Macho Camacho dream. He came from the ghetto like your guys. They made it to the White House.
Yep.
Anything's possible. And back in our day, we just set our pounds with hands, fight, no guns. So I want to get back to that because we lose the next president, we lose the next lawyer, we lose the next athlete, losing people off of senseless violence, man.
I know. It's sad.
Definitely more in these times that people losing their mind, man. Spread love, not hate. So this exhibition is geared to that. July 12th. I'm gonna try to have all platforms in YouTube, my Facebook Live, TikTok. Everybody can really tap in and enjoy it. Like I said, these ain't boxers. These are street dogs. They're gonna be in the ring.
And do you feel like you yourself have a certain amount of fights left in you? How many more would you like to do yourself?
I don't know. I'm doing this one with Freddie. See how I feel? Do I want to have a real fight? Yeah, I would like to have a real fight. Yeah, I like to go back in the ring. Hell yeah. Look, George Foreman won the championship at 45, 46. Bernard Hopkins, 49. I still believe. I got that good fucking DNA.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're seeing a lot of guys now, man, who are expressing interest. You know, Vladimir Klitschko has flirted with coming back. Oscar a couple of times has flirted with coming back. You know what I mean? You see a lot of these guys, man, who who still believe in themselves, who still want to take another shot.
And they give us life. They give us life. We wake up in the morning with something to look forward to. Can you imagine waking up in the morning, nothing to look forward to?
I know.
Nothing to look forward to. That's tough in life, man.
I know.
They give us something to do. And look, in boxing, we got a retirement plan. We got no health plan. We have nothing.
I know. There's nothing there for boxers when their career's over. It's sad.
What we have to do is fight and make money. That's easy money. And that money, we can't get that kind of money working. Hell no.
Yeah.
We can't fight no more.
And what's the timeline on the new book? When would you like to have it out? Is it realistic? Probably 2026?
Oh, yes. I'm hoping for the Christmas during that time as a gift. Yes. That's him taking some time out writing. That's what I love to do. So definitely, I'm pushing that. Like I said, I got 2 beautiful daughters and a grandson. So I just want to give awareness out there, what's going on.
Yo, I mean, real talk. There's nothing better than being a grandparent, right? The best.
It's a different feeling.
It is. It's a different kind of love.
Our time is next. That's a scary thing about it, but that's life. That's the life tree.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, man, because like once my grandkids are born, I kind of thought about that too. You start to think about your mortality more, you do. You start to think about, oh my God, man, the years are shrinking, You're
conscious of life. You're conscious where you at. That's what we got to do well. We never know when it's tomorrow. We can't argue with the next person. We got to find a man to do things the correct way.
Yeah.
We're on the clock, people. We're on the clock.
Yeah. Well, you're a great ambassador for the sport, man. And I love what you're doing, man, with the gun violence, with the children's books, with the reaching our youth, man. All that stuff is just so worthwhile and important, man. That, thank God there's people like you out there trying to reach these kids, man.
Hey, the role models that we got out there ain't doing their jobs, man.
No, they're not.
They're leading the youth to a whole nother.
Yeah.
So that's our job to speak up, man. I would love the OGs of my days who spoke up to me and showed me the ropes,
Yeah, and it is a scary world. You're right, kid, man, because I'm 52 years old. I remember a time when, 2 kids just duked it out. Nobody was pulling out guns and stuff back in the day.
And if they did, they'll kill the person they're looking for. They wouldn't shoot the people outside. They'll give them a break.
Yeah.
No more respect, no more. Back in the day, we were gentlemen. We would hold the doors for the female.
Yep.
No more.
It's gone. Yeah. It's a different time. Man. Let's bring it back.
We OGs. That's our job.
Yeah. You're right. That inspired me right there. Just hearing you tell me I'm an OG, it's my responsibility, man.
Job. Yeah. Teach the youth how to go. I tell them, hold the door for a female. Look, you can always look. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad.
You're right, champ. You're right. Listen, man, I appreciate you running this back with me, man, and getting a quality episode in there, man. It means a lot to me, man. I love chopping it up with you, man. I love when it's macho time. I love it.
What time is it? It's still macho time. Let me also say my outfit, man. It's done by Secure by Knox. I'm making a good outfit out there. I got a special interest. Boxing missed those kind of interests. So
I love it.
The guy who created the Macho Man's, I'm bringing that back, little sizzle, little thing out there for the guys.
Yeah, so, thank God, man. Keep his memory alive, man. You know what I mean? And everything that you do, man. Because man, he gave me so many memories, man. I miss him dearly, man. Really.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I appreciate you talking to me, man. You definitely stay in touch, man. We'll do this again, my friend.
Let me know when. It's still macho time. Ring the bell.
Always, brother. Ding, ding. See you, brother. All right. Later, my man. And there he goes, folks. That is the legendary Hector Camacho Jr. And I shouldn't even have to tell you who his father is. The late great, sadly, Hector Camacho. Macho Camacho. It is still macho time, man. Junior is still out there, man, keeping the Camacho name alive, still being an ambassador, still being a humanitarian, putting on exhibitions, man, and trying to raise awareness against gun violence, which unfortunately struck his father down at the age of 50 years old, man. We lost a real one right there, man, a true legend, man. Rest in peace to the late, great Hector Macho Camacho, writing children's books. You can go check out his children's book called Macho Dad, which if your kids are trying to work through and process grief, maybe they've lost a loved one, a book worth checking out, man. Trying to reach the kids, trying to reach the youth. You hear the message, you hear the positivity, man. Just exudes positivity, and a much needed attitude that we need in today's world right now, man. You could feel it come right through the screen, man. When it's macho time, man, you know it. You don't even got to be in the same room, man. It's an aura, man. It was coming through my computer screen. It really was, man. The enthusiasm. And I just did an interview with him a few days ago, man. And he was in a place with a bad internet connection. Real quick story here. The audio came through great, but the video very pixelated, grainy. He was freezing up a lot, man. And you know, man, when it's macho time, we got to have a clear transmission. We can't have any of this, man. It has got to be pristine and crystal clear so we can not only hear, but we can see macho time, man. It's an audio visual thing, folks. You got to experience the whole thing. It's all encompassing, man. Even I'm getting excited. You see that, man? Calling me an OG, man. It's our responsibility, man. The elder statesman to take care of this beautiful world, man. We only got one, and we only got one life, man. And Hector Camacho Jr., man, one of the dudes that I love chopping it up with, man. Really a real one, man. And hell of a fighter, too, man. 59 professional wins, I believe. I'm going to quantify that right now because... Well, first of all, let me give you Pops' credentials. The great Hector Macho Camacho Sr., 79 wins, 6 losses, 3 draws, 38 big wins coming by way of knockout. And the names on his resume. First of all, as I said in the interview, I'm impressed right there. You could stop right there with 2 unanimous decisions. I believe they were unanimous. But anyway, 2 decision victories over Hands of Stone himself, Roberto Duran. Victories over Vinny Paz, Boom Boom Mancini, Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, come on, man. Greg Haugen. An amazing list of people. You know, you heard him talk about Edwin Rosario, shared the ring with Oscar De La Hoya later in his career. And I found it very remarkable, man, that the fights that really stuck out were the resilience and the toughness that Junior just said that he showed in defeat when he was handed those losses from Julio Cesar Chavez and Oscar De La Hoya. The fact that he stood in there, man, and battled to the bitter end, man. There'll never be another one like him. And yes, I do credit him. I've always said Muhammad Ali, the true inventor of modern day poetic, highbrow, intellectual trash talk, witty, just crazy. But the flamboyance, the attitude, the entertainment aspect really originated, and you leave that with Hector Macho Camacho Sr. Flamboyant robes, headdresses, skirts over the shorts, fringes, tassels, larger than life, the curl that we all remember, the bling, the colors, the sparkle. Not a lot of that existed before Hector Macho Camacho. And but make no mistake, underneath all that flamboyancy, man, was a dude who could fight his ass off. Easily one of the toughest, most skilled, amazing, might still be the guy that I remember with the fastest hands. I think of a guy like Ryan Garcia now, who could be an heir to the throne, sort of. I mean, there'll never really be another Hector Macho Camacho. But as I said, often replicated, never duplicated, man. A one-of-a-kind, man. And, of course, I do not want to... I do not want to leave out Hector Camacho Jr. I'm sitting here with dead air, which is not good. 59 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, 33 big wins coming by way of knockout, man. So Junior, not exactly a career to sneeze at, boxing fans. The Camacho name, synonymous with boxing, man. Junior and senior, absolutely amazing ambassadors for the sport, man. Just what they brought to it is amazing, man. And I'm happy and proud to say that I know and have a relationship and a friendship with Hector Camacho Jr. because everything that he stands for, man, is just absolutely amazing, man. A guy that's really out there trying to make a difference, man. How can you not respect that? So hope you guys dug that episode. Of course, make sure to like and follow Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook. I said that at the top of the episode. And make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay tapped in. This is, of course, the heavyweight champion of boxing podcast. Undisputed and undefeated the most amazing and real conversations anywhere on the planet, man. Legends, luminaries, world champions, and fighters on the come up, all coming here to chop it up with your boy Reckless Rexx. And of course, you too can be a champion. You just got to stay tapped in with Off the Couch Boxing and continue to roll with the champs. Peace.